Hi, this is Paul. Welcome to this video. This is going to be a kind of a mix of different things I'm going to talk about, kind of superhero related, movie related. So, okay, the first thing, of course, I think one of the major things that were released this week is that Zendaya, who was Disney Channel star, she's going to be cast in Spider-Man: Homecoming as the iconic character of Mary Jane Watson, and I have no problem with it. She's a gorgeous young woman, and they just got her for casting, and I thought it's great because she's a popular young actress, and in relation to Peter Parker in the movie, she's going to be this the gorgeous girl that he's crushing on. So I have no problem with that. The second thing is what was the second thing? Oh yeah, the but I think this thing, the second thing was already known, so I don't know how much, but I guess they officially made it known. I guess this was just speculation before that the Guardians of the Galaxy characters are going to be in Infinity War, which we already knew that Infinity War is going to have a lot of characters in it. So this is just, I guess, official confirmation. I think Vin Diesel, I think posted it on Twitter or something like that. But I think now they made it official. Everybody kind of knew that Infinity War, when they go against Thanos, there's going to be a lot of different characters in the movie anyway. So I think that's goes on I guess this just to officially confirm it. Okay, and I'm looking forward to it. And see how the Russo brothers handle that, because the Russo brothers, I love what they've done with Captain America movies and stuff, and now they're going to tackle the Avengers, and I'm looking forward to it. Now the next thing is what was the next thing? I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, Henry Cavill tweeted a picture, not full picture, just I guess images of the black suit that Superman's going to have in Justice League, because everybody knows. Again, this is not a secret. This is kind of like the Captain Obvious, because they released, we know Superman died in Batman v Superman, and we know he's coming back. Everybody knows he's coming back, and they released a picture with him, that image of him with the rest of the Justice League members. So he's going to be in the Justice League. It's just a matter of when he's coming back in the movie. And like in the comics, he came back. He came back with the black suit. So looks like they're doing that in the movie, which I'm looking forward to. And I hope they give him the beard and the mullet. I know sometimes he had the mullet without the beard, but I liked him to come back with the long hair and the beard. And then of course I think eventually for the final fight, he'll go back to his traditional costume or something. But I'm so looking forward to this, and I'm kind of torn. I know a lot of people don't want to see him in any trailers, and even though everybody knows he's coming back, but people don't want to see him in any of the trailers. I'm kind of torn. I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, they ruined the movie by saying." I mean, everybody knows. Like they say, they ruined the Doomsday trailer. Kind of ruined the movie because you saw the Trinity together at the end. Even though everybody kind of speculated, mostly people could speculate that either Doomsday was going to be the villain, and the Justice League would get together eventually at the end, because Dawn of Justice, hence the title. No, people don't want him to be in any of the promotional material, but I think that's kind of BS to me. Okay, I wouldn't mind him, but I know a lot of people would pitch a bitch. They're gonna pitch a bitch either way about Justice League anyway, because people love to hate DC movies just to hate them anyway. Uh, and anyway, and also, oh yeah, I know I wanted to talk about as well that rumor about, I guess from the disgruntled former Warner Brothers employee who said that Wonder Woman's a mess. Okay, and then of course Patty Jenkins had to respond to that, and I know a lot of people ran with it. But exact, my feeling on it is, don't go by one person's account unless you're directing the movie and editing the movie and watching it. I take nobody's grain of salt, because that movie hasn't been even tested or anything yet. So I don't take any person that got fired or disgruntled employee's opinion on anything. Okay, because let's see, what's a quick way to get more headlines to say, oh, this DC movie that's coming up, because that's a popular topic, and say, oh, this movie's a mess. That's going to give you headlines and gather attention, and and get people's views and stuff. So I think so I just dismiss that as just ramblings. Okay, and I'm still looking forward to Wonder Woman and Justice League when it comes out next year. Okay, and I haven't lost faith at all in the DC movies at all. Okay, okay. I liked Man of Steel, love Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. I was okay with. I wasn't crazy about the villain in that movie, but I thought it was a good movie, and I think Wonder Woman looks really good from what I've seen of it. Okay, I think Gal Gadot just kills it as Wonder Woman, and I think this movie, being a period movie, I think it's gonna kill it. I think it's gonna be really good. Okay, and Justice League so far, I like that they changed the tone and they're gonna mix in the humor with it, and I think this Justice League is gonna be good. And also, what I want for Justice League, as well as and we know Superman's coming back, but I would like to, Zack Snyder tweeted that picture with uh, him, Jason Momoa as Aquaman at first, saying, unite the seven, and we only count 6 people in the posters that they released. So maybe there'll be a secret Justice League member that comes in Justice League movie that maybe they'll try to keep that under wraps, and there'll be a uh, another member. I know a lot of people think maybe it'll be Mira because she's gonna. I think she's supposed to be in Justice League with Aquaman, Amber Heard, but I would hope it would be somebody else. And the candidates for this 7th member would be, of course, Green Lantern. Maybe again, I had a speculation. I think I did on another video that maybe Green Lantern would show up at the end of Justice League, like after they defeated uh, Steppenwolf and the Parademons, and they go back to whatever, to back to Darkseid's world, and maybe Justice League comes at the end, maybe during the wedding of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, and to tell the Justice League members that Darkseid is coming. And that would be a cool after credits scene, like you see Clark Kent and Lois Lane getting married, and Justice League members are there, and Savangar, of course. And then when everybody comes out of the church, you see Green Lantern come down and say, "Listen, guys, it's not over yet. Darkseid is coming." How cool would that be? That would be so cool. That would just everybody's minds would be blown. That would be totally cool if they do it like that. Or give Hawk Girl just another have a Justice League female member to balance the team out. I wouldn't mind that to cast somebody's Hawk Girl. And I always thought, speaking of Zendaya, the girl, what's her name? I can't remember her name now. Who co-starred with Zendaya on that dance show that was on Disney Channel. She's grown up. I can't remember her name right now. I'll put it over the video. I can't remember her name now. But she's grown up now, and I think she would make the perfect Hawk Girl. I can't think of her name now. With the mace and everything else. And I think she has long red hair. I can't think of her name now. But she co-starred with Zendaya on that TV show on Disney Channel. And she's grown up. I can't think of her name. I'll put it over the video. I think she would make a great Hawk Girl. Or maybe even have Shazam show up. Although I think that's kind of because I don't think they even cast him. So that's kind of a reach. But I would love the Green Lantern to show up at the end. That would be cool. Okay, cast whoever they're going to cast is Green Lantern show up at the end of Justice League or an after credit scene warning Justice League that Darkseid is coming. You may have defeated, Steppenwolf and the Parademons, but the big bad is really coming, and that way you can leave it, cut it off for that right there. So when Justice League 2 comes out, that's the big hook for them that Darkseid is coming. Okay, and now of course, and oh yeah, speaking of that, now that makes me remember now that they said the Man of Steel 2 is going to be in development now, which is a good thing. So that now we know Batman's going to get his solo movie, and now Henry Cavill's going to get his solo movie. And I would like those 2 movies to come out before the next Justice League movie comes out. Okay? And as far as villains for Superman and Man of Steel 2, I would like Brainiac. That's who I want to see. I don't want to see Lex Luthor no more. Okay? I would love to see, and you got to get somebody that can challenge Superman physically as well as mentally, and I think Brainiac would be great, a great villain, especially if you cast the right actor for Brainiac. Okay, Brainiac is one of Superman's best villains. Okay, and maybe you can even have Parasite as a villain in there too, which I like the Parasite character. And then if you want to put Metallo in there as well, or as a side villain, Metallo. But I definitely want to see Brainiac in the next Man of Steel sequel. I think that'd be great. And as far as who directed, I would love George Miller to direct, if he could. I know he was going to direct the Justice League movie years back, so why not have him give somebody else a fresh take on a Man of Steel sequel? Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I talked about Spider-Man Homecoming, which I'm looking forward to, Zendaya cast as Mary Jane Watson. I have no problem with that. He talked about Justice League and talked about Man of Steel sequel and the Wonder Woman rumor, which I think was BS. Oh yeah, I know when I talk about Wonder Woman, they released a picture because the original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, is going to be the mayor, I think. No, the president, I think, right? In the new season of Supergirl. Okay, and they released a picture of Linda Carter and I'm sorry, Melissa Benoist, who plays Supergirl. They released a picture of them together, and of course, Melissa looks gorgeous, but Linda Carter, who looks fantastic, she still looks gorgeous. Always had a crush on Linda Carter. She was absolutely gorgeous. She still looks gorgeous. So I'm so looking forward to the episodes she's in. Okay, Linda Carter, and she did a thing years ago, that Disney Channel movie, where they had the superhero kids were being taught in the school, and I think she was like the school principal, and I love that. I loved her in that too. I forgot the name of that movie, but again, I'm looking forward to that. And it looks like Supergirl 2 is going to have a lot of interesting things happening on this season. I think they're interesting a lot of different things into the mix. Oh yeah, and who's going to be, as far as who's going to be in that pod, they're saying that it's going to be Mon-el, who's like a member of the Justice League, Justice League, Super Legion of Superheroes. Not Justice League, Legion of Superheroes, and he's supposed to be like he has an ugly ass costume in the comics, and he's supposed to be like the version of the strongest Superman. I think Mon-el is supposed to be like the alternate version, the other version of of Superman. I think that's the way his character is. I read a little bit of Legions of Superheroes when I grew up, but I always knew that Mon-el was supposed to be as strong as Superman, and he had that ugly costume, looked like a suit with a cape on it, and I know they cast the actor, and of course, they're gonna have the Superman in 2 episodes, and maybe more down the line, and the actor, that picture they released looked horrible with him and Melissa Benoist together, but I think he looked better in the video that I saw of the scene. So it just looked horrible with the picture. This looked like his head looked all small and looked like they photoshopped that picture together. It looked horrible. But anyway, I'm looking forward to Supergirl 2. They look like they're interesting a lot of different things into the mix. Of course, they're going to be the crossover with Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing Supergirl on CW. Looks like it's going to be more superhero-y. They're going to introduce more comic book things into it, which I'm so looking forward to. So anyway, that's my very subjects I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you think of all those things. Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this video, please subscribe button down below. And I have another channel called Trade Pastor Channel. Link to that other channel will be in the description box below, as well as links to my Facebook and Twitter. Again, so let me know. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's one other thing I want to talk about. There was a Batman, The Return of the Great Crusaders. It's going to be a DC animated movie. I did a trailer reaction to it on my other channel. So let's follow the link to my other channel in the description box. You can see my reaction and review to that. I absolutely love that trailer. It's going to have the original voices of Adam West and Burt Ward on it. So, and as well as Julie Newmar. And of course, it's going to be going to have the old Joker, Catwoman, Penguin villains in it. I'm so looking forward to it. It looks funny. It looks great. I love that they got the original voice, got Adam West and Burt Ward and Julie Newmar to be in it. Shame that Yvonne Craig, she passed on, so she could participate as Batgirl in this. I would love to see that. But I'm so looking forward to it. And again, check the link out to my other channel, my main channel, Trade Pastors, and you can see my reaction review to that trailer they released, which is absolutely funny, hilarious, looks great. I'm looking forward to a DC animated movie, which comes out in November and first, I think, and October, I think, that's when they release the digital version of it. So you can check it out then. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Again, feel free to leave comments on the various subjects we talked about. And again, please, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.